The great work. At least that's the name of this episode. So, I'm just going to be honest with you here. The whole thing with Trevor and Sypha and all the inner workings that are going into the potential resurrection of Dracula. I know the one episode Zemfir was trying to extort people for their resources and all that to give to the council. Council. That
yeah, something sketchy there.
Yeah, that gives off a weird vibe to me. It's just like this council, you say. They live underground, you say.
It's just a bunch of rats.
Are we allowed to see them? No, we're not allowed to see them. Oh, well, seeing as how you're saying that they're humans and how we must literally do what they say because, I'm sorry, they're protecting us somehow, some way?
It's rats.
Look,
I would lose my shit if it actually ends up being rats. I'm joking, but it does seem
all of a sudden we see Zemfir go to the council, kneel at their feet, and it's literally just a rat sitting on a mound of shit, and he's
that'd be so fucking funny.
It would be. I don't think it's the case, but
I will get up and
funny.
Leave if that happens. Like, no one would ever believe that I didn't watch this at a time if that happens.
No.
I quit the channel if that happens because no one will ever trust me again.
Please don't quit.
Oh, do you like me that much?
Yeah, of course. You're my friend. Jesus. Plus, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this up on screen.
Nate, you're dying to watch this.
I am dying to watch this. I literally for a week.
Sometimes think I should just keep talking to make you wait even longer. Click.
If you deliberately did that, I would start the video while you were talking. If I knew that's what you were deliberately doing.
Moths.
Is this Varney's lair? Looks like it. Oh yeah, that's the Slavic vampire.
The trick worked.
The stupid little trinkets you found
I really
on
don't
that
like
human
his voice.
I think they steal things from their own court, carrying them as talismans or some primitive shit.
Damn.
Cool.
I still do not know what the fuck you are supposed to be.
I'm Varney of London, you insolent Slavic pissflap.
You're a joke. You're a shallow criminal who somehow wormed your way into Dracula's circle. Stealing into a tent and cutting every throat in sight is war. Poisoning wells is war. Killing every baby in a town and disappearing. That's war. War is for winning. And tracking that lunatic down into her secret rooms and surprising them to death. Because lying to pigs is meaningless.
Damn.
And I'm hungry. I take everything anybody has, every last fucking drop. And then I hunt for more.
Sounds like the male Carmilla.
I am not a criminal.
I hate him way less for some reason.
Perfect.
Well, you seem to have taken over the effort above ground. I have other things to attend to.
Yeah, one thing in particular. Look, we're done screwing
I want to
around.
get hot
You are
and
going to show
cosplay
us your
Trevor.
fabled underground court.
And
I
then
think you could
we
pull
are
it
going
off.
to get this place
I
in
lost
proper
like
order.
100 pounds,
Defend
maybe.
the people and clean out the city.
I
Are we
think you
clear?
can pull it off.
I'm very short, so not.
I think you could pull off like Trevor and Sypha's child. I think you could pretty much do like a custom, like Belmont. I forget the name of who their child was, but I know it was a boy.
I need to lose weight and have top surgery, and then I'll look into cosplaying. But right now, that would be ridiculous.
I think it's time for you to go to the underground court.
My fat ass could cosplay Thanos.
Yeah,
Then
isn't that what
I mean,
just
Thanos
said?
was big.
Oh, I don't know.
no, big, not big. Like I have too much of this. Trust me. I played fat Thanos. I played like dad bod Thanos. I played
played
the
Thanos
Thanos
after he lost.
who sat on the couch eating potato chips too long. You know the whole thing of it took Thanos for hell and ever to finally like take action and get the Infinity Stones. I was that Thanos who just started. I would have been sitting on the couch eating potato chips, and just been like, oh fuck, I'm supposed to be getting the Infinity Stone. Shit. And then I lost all the weight by the time.
You're the Thanos eating a pint of ice cream and watching like Say Yes to the Dress. Like, maybe I should have gotten married.
It's like, maybe I should have gotten married. Maybe I could have actually given Gamora like a good mother figure. I don't know.
Gamora deserved better. Anyway.
I know. Sorry.
Now
Didn't mean to
sad.
bring up that sore subject.
I stopped listening a second or two after you started mewling about what you want.
Sypha?
Let's take a look at this place first.
Sypha is desperate to kill. At least, like, freeze. Oh, we're visiting here now. I wonder what Vlad would think if he came back and saw humans living in his castle. He'd probably flip shit.
Oh man, that's the biggest fuck you, really.
Yeah. Oh. If there was someone who could notice a fine detail of the castle and just be like, that's not supposed to be there.
I love notebooks shaped like that for some reason. They're so neat looking.
And there it is. The spot Dracula died in Alucard's room.
I still don't really get why he wants to do this.
Who? Saint Germain?
Yeah.
So he can go back to the Infinite Corridor. So he can look for his lost love.
Oh yeah, that was a whole plot line. Okay. I
Yeah.
forgot about that
It's okay.
whole interaction
It's okay.
that happened.
Also, we now cut to Alucard brooding on the top of his big fuck all castle. Is Greta gonna come up and just be like, "You brood better than I do"?
I really need to look into getting that pop.
I
Show off, do some tricks. Do a backflip.
I'm gonna jump. Do a flip.
I was fucking joking, but
Hi.
Boo.
Of course, they had to use the. Okay.
That was cool.
You can come up with better Foley, like children laughing, than the stereotypical one that we've had since the 1970s, guys. Come on, man. I've heard that laugh in movies so much. Like,
That just made me so happy for some reason. That
what?
was
Alucard,
really
Alucard
cool.
being Alucard?
Yeah.
Boo.
That was nice of you.
Oh. Damn, those are some heavy-ass wagons. Oh. Those beasts. The hell?
I don't know, but that looks cool as fuck.
Oh. Are they sewing? Oh, God, they are. Damn.
I'm stupid. Is that what they want to put Dracula in?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, you have to build a fresh thing of remains.
We
For-
remember Raju the Black.
In order to, like, put a vessel, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, I've seen American Horror Story season 3.
There you go.
I actually haven't finished it, but you know, the beginning.
Fair. Hello.
Could not get into that season.
Coven?
Yeah.
Coven is a hit or miss season for a lot of people. It's probably their most popular season.
Everyone liked Asylum and I hated it.
I loved Asylum. I loved Asylum because it played with multiple fronts. It played with the, aliens. It played with God and the Devil. It played with a bunch of different things.
I guess I didn't
loved
like
it.
how much that was going on. I don't know.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming for some.
I end up getting confused.
I know for you, probably the first season's probably your favorite.
Oh, you can't beat the first season.
Well, that's Nick's opinion as well.
It was just so good.
Well, murder house. I mean, come on. You never forget your
No,
first.
I'll never, like, yeah, you can't... After that is your first season, you really just
My
can't beat it.
God.
It's very good.
They have all this gold down here, but yet what is it worth to them? What can they spend it on?
Right? Rats. Rats.
All this gold. Oh,
Oh, it's fucking
I know
awesome.
that one. Is that the
You
aerial
found them a
sword?
toy?
It is.
Not at all.
I love it.
I don't know.
I love the aerial sword. It's one of my
Well,
favorite weapons.
The story. This.
When is Trevor gonna get a cool
There's only
blue
one.
outfit?
I saw.
I think he's just too into black and red to do that.
Yeah, but like now the knife doesn't match.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you know, I don't think it
Give
kinda
him a
has to.
cool blue outfit.
Damn it, Quinn. I don't think it has to match. I think he's just going to take that weapon because oh wait, you know about what is it? Something wrong?
Oh, Kenzie wants me to order them food, but they need to figure out how to do that themselves because they broke
Oh.
up with me 2 months ago.
Okay.
Um,
okay. But
I'll do it later.
But this that weapon right there, I forget which game exactly it was in, but you could chuck it and it was
Yeah.
like a boomerang. It would come back, and then you could use the varying amounts of blades on it.
The person that
cool.
we both know who reads shows instead of watching them asked me if I knew about his new weapon, and I said no. And I thought that he meant that knife that we had seen earlier where they were putting the thing
yeah,
in the
with
end.
the stone.
I thought maybe that was going to turn into something, so I did. That's really cool. I figured there was something relating to the games.
That's
That
cool.
was coming,
I
so.
yeah, the
drawings
aerial
I've been in my
blade.
mother's books.
It
The
looks
real
really
question
cool.
is,
So I was just like, okay.
Did the vampire hunter die in India? Because Hindu vampires wouldn't have the faintest idea why he was waving across at them.
do you really, really want to make my life any more annoying right now?
What the fuck?
Wakey, wakey,
Guarantee you Zamfir.
shower of ourselves.
Zamfir, I guarantee, was just like, he's Trevor Belmont. It's like, you assholes.
You cannot speak to them like that.
Well,
fucking dad.
I see why they're so remarkably unconcerned about everything.
Wow.
Keep your voice down.
Some fear.
I mean, to be fair, there
These
might
two
be
need to
rats
be
in
laid
those
to
corpses.
They probably are.
Like,
Probably rats inside with. Like
I don't feel like I was-
an intricate system to control. It's like, hello, Zamfir.
I don't feel like I was entirely wrong.
It's like the bodies move of their own because they got the little intricate system inside. It's like
would've fucked
puppets. It's like, hello, Zamfir. We want you to bring us all the cheese.
Oh man.
The masters wish to have all the cheese. It's like, it's the fucking third time this week. God damn.
There's a cheese shortage.
Yes. I don't know.
It's the beating heart of the country.
Not even a city.
It's the greatest city in the world.
Not anymore.
Really?
Stewards, we're taking back control.
Control. Yes, letting your people starve and swim around in their own shit.
You could have used it to give people something to drink.
The court must be defended. What if we'd let people drink it
They're
and then
dead.
vampires cross empty channels?
So, while this serious conversation is going on, Trevor's just like, that shit. That shit.
Enter the court and kill everybody.
Sure, you couldn't risk letting vampires in. They might have tidied up.
Their majesties will awaken from their royal sleep and save us all.
You're insane.
Of course I'm insane.
The fuck? What now?
That had the same vibe as pardon fuck?
The fuck? The fuck what now? Almost. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the new Mortal Kombat or not, but there's a part where this guy's having this like really serious like conversation, and he's just like puts his hand on a dude's shoulder. The dude Kano, by the way, who's like Mr. Macho Man and all that, and he's just like, you shoot fireballs out of your hands. It's like, am I going to get superpowers like that? And he goes, there is much to learn. And the dramatic music's playing and all that. And as soon as like he puts his hand on his shoulder, Kano looks down at it and goes, the fuck? And the music just deadpan stops.
I fucking love that kind of shit. Scythe is my favorite.
Scythe is great. I love it.
And save us all.
The fuck? What now?
I went
So
insane
good.
the day Dracula hit the city. Bend them until then.
I get it now.
Trevor's up to
You've been
something.
suffering for so
Oh
long.
yeah.
You did the best you could.
She's
The
about to
rulers
snap.
are dead. And the people need you.
Something tells me the world's not going to wait for you to make a decision. There's Unfear.
It's the rats.
No, it's Barney.
I mean, he is a rat. Seems like shit's about to hit the fan everywhere.
Oh, shit. Yep. In the castle, now. Move your asses.
Kind of weird that they set up outside the castle instead of just being in it in the first place, but
I think they have, I don't know. I think they set up outside the castle because there's not enough room for all of them inside the castle without being too cramped. I mean, in terms of spacing, you want to space out your, the people enough to where they're able to have their own, like tent space, workspace, it again, just there's a lot that goes into it. But Zamfir, I knew there was gonna be a turn with Zamfir and like the royal family. Now we know Targovista's royal family is a literal pile of bones, just imbued with magical
probably
powers.
rats eating their flesh. So,
Yeah.
not entirely wrong. But
Jesus. Well, you weren't on the money, but pretty accurate.
I would have fucking lost it if there was a huge ass rat commanding a bunch of smaller rats. Like, maybe the rat has a crown. And she's just like, yes, my leader. And Cypher's just like, oh, okay.
And then you'd have been like, and I'm a peace out. You'd have got up and walked
I
away.
think I would have absolutely lost my shit.
You lost your shit when it's like, the fuck, what now?
It had the same vibe as pardon fuck. And I
Pardon
just,
fuck?
I love to say pardon fuck. It always throws people off. So, yeah, it got me. That's my sense of humor, which is not a lot, really. But my sense of humor is really bad, but...
Yeah, it's at least you got a sense of humor. Some people out there have no sense of humor, and everything's so goddamn serious.
Unfortunately, my sense of humor gets people to think I'm an asshole all the time.
There's nothing wrong with people thinking you're an asshole.
I
As a
don't
matter of
like
fact, I think it actually reveals them to be the asshole because it reveals them that they take things way too damn
People
seriously.
don't know how to take me most of the time. Like,
Same. Same.
You don't really get that here, or maybe you do. Like, if you're watching this, you're like, yeah, I thought you were an asshole. But I don't think it comes across here as the same way of, like, when I meet people in the workplace or something, and they're just like, wow, what a dick. And I'm completely fucking with them. Kyra thinks I hate her. Like, still, it's been years. Years.
Jesus.
And she still thinks I hate her. Because I'll just be like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Kyra thinks
And,
a
like,
lot of
I
people
mean
hate
it in a
her
loving
for
way.
no
Like,
reason.
stop it, you're being ridiculous, and that can't be true.
Kyra thinks everyone hates her.
I-
That's the thing. She's living, like, she lives with this idea that everyone hates her.
Well, Kyra can be like, I'm feeling like I'm bothering you. And I'll be like, oh, shut the fuck up. And she'll think I mean it. And I'm like, no, I meant like, you're not bothering me. Oh, God.
Again, well,
Like-
here's the thing about conveyance. People talk about it as like, oh, well, the English language is the most confusing language. I'm just like, not really. I mean, if you look at all the Algonquin and Iroquois languages of the native tribes of the United States, they're very confusing. And there's a reason why they fought each other so often, even before white people came along. It's because human interaction and conveyance is so damn hard. And no matter how hard you try, no matter how many languages you learn, no matter how welcoming or accommodating you are as a human being, one thing. For instance, this guy was in I think it was Laos in Southeast Asia, and he was in this village, and he was being welcomed by the people there. Everything seemed fine, and then a kid ran up to him and like bumped into him, and the kid like looked up and apologized and everything, and he rubbed the kid on top of the head, like how you do here in the States. He's like, yeah, it's okay, kid, go on, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
In that culture that he was in, or that the village that he was living in, their culture, that is a sign of massive disrespect.
Oh.
And by massive disrespect, I mean they literally got mad at him, and they had to like thankfully they were nice enough about it, and they understood, oh, he's not into the culture here, so he doesn't understand that. But he basically had to do a full thing of apology, not just to the child, but the child's parents, the child's siblings, and the child's ancestors who had passed on. Had to do a apology to every generation. Jesus.
I mean, that seems weird to us, but I mean, like,
it does.
There,
but again,
it wasn't, so.
It's cultural differences. There's always going to be a cultural difference whenever you're talking about other countries, other people, other religions. That's just like in this right here. Isaac's a Muslim. Isaac is a follower of Islam, and yet here he is in Europe following Dracula, who is literally, in a lot of contexts of European lore, a follower of the devil, even though he's not. He's literally just a creature doing what he wants.
To put into perspective what I'm talking... Okay, also, I need to put a disclaimer before I forget. Kyra, if you're watching this, I love you. I am just messing with you.
Disclaimer. There you go.
Like, don't take it personal, please. To put it into perspective, I used to work... Well, I still work at a roadside dispatching company, but I work at a different one now. The one I used to work at had a department where your job was to negotiate and, like, hold your ground and be pretty firm and, like, being a little bit blunt on the phone with these tow truck providers. Like, because, not all of them, if you're a tow truck provider watching this, I'm not saying you're a dick, but sometimes they think you don't know what you're talking about and will be like, oh, I need this equipment to do it. And my job was to go, no, you don't. Or like, explain to me why. So I had to be a little bit firm. And when my manager was recommending me for the position, I'm sure he meant this as a compliment, but he said, Quinn would be great for this position. Quinn is very abrasive. And I was just like, bruh.
Abrasive. That's a strong word.
It's kind of like one time at work I got called neurotic, but they meant it nicely, and I was like, that's not a compliment.
Well, it is and it isn't. It depends on the whole thing with your meaning behind it. Because James Damore, who used to work for Google, said that people who are neurotic are better suited for certain types of work, and that doesn't mean that they're any less or anything like that. It's just the workflow needs to be altered to meet their mindset and they like everyone wanted to take that as him basically saying, oh, people who are neurotic need to be put in camps and need to be it's just like where did he say that?
In that position where I got called neurotic, the goal was to do 2 cases an hour, and I was doing 10. And so, like, I could just fly through them. And so they kind of just let me do whatever the fuck I wanted, because if they let me do what I wanted, I got more done.
You were good at what you did.
I'm really one of those people in the workplace where, like, you tell me my job, I learn it inside out, and then you need to leave me alone.
That's fair.
Like, just don't touch me.
That's more than fair.
So, I like a hands-off approach. Like, come to me if I mess something up, tell me why, I'm cool with it, like, then leave me alone again.
All's good. All good.
But yeah, so long story short, I'm an asshole, but I'm not doing it on purpose.
Fair enough.
I don't remember why we were talking about that now.
I don't either. I think it was because of different cultures and different ideas of just, what I don't know.
Pardon
either.
fuck.
Yeah, pardon fuck, exactly. Anyway, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. This was Season 4, Episode 7, The Great Work. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Quinn.
We'll see you then. Peace out.